Guys who slept with a friend's mom, tell us how it was.
When I was in high school, I worked in a crappy restaurant, cutting vegetables, washing dishes. One waitress worked in this restaurant who began to throw unambiguous hints at me. In general, I realized that this was a woman who was much older than me. She was well over 30, and she decided to flirt with me a lot. And then one evening, when we were closing the restaurant, she directly declares, "Now I will go to my house, undress to the naked, smoke, and I want you to come with me." Of course I went. She liked it so much that she continued to call me to myself, and this went on for more than 3 months. Those women who were with me after her should be grateful to her for what she taught me. As a result, she left the restaurant and we stopped seeing her. Meanwhile, at school, a guy I used to know started hanging out with us. Once we were driving with this guy in a wheelbarrow, and suddenly he said like this, "Bro, let's come to eat with me. My mom is at home. Don't be afraid." And as soon as we started to drive up to the house, suddenly I understand, damn, it's Sarah's house. We went in. I see that the furniture is the same. I'm on guard. I just hope his mother doesn't wake up. She woke up and went downstairs, and the first thing she said when she looked at me was, "What the hell are you doing here?" It was very awkward.
How did you resolve this situation? Unless it's personal, of course.
Threesome with mom and her son. The only way to resolve this situation. I was 17 or 18 when I first met my friend's mom. I did not notice any sexual attraction, maybe because I was a virgin, but over time I realised that there was an attraction. One day, I returned home from the military camp for about 3 days. Later I decided to visit my friend, and when I came to his house, I began to feel something special inside myself when I was next to his mother. In general, a friend still lived with his mother, and we decided to have a picnic. Everything went pretty well at the end of the picnic. She asked me to help carry the chairs to the basement. We took the chairs with her to the basement, and I don't know how to explain it in short, we started touching each other. I don't want to be too frank, but it was kind of a super crazy situation. There was a washer and dryer in the basement that we relied on. There was also a barbell bench that we safely moved to after. Well, we finished all the action on the steps basement. This case is definitely one of the 5 most frostbitten experiences in my life.
I've told this story here before. Well, I'll tell it again. It was my ex's mother, and it all happened 20 years ago. I was 22 and she was 43. She was always cool and hot that year. We had a New Year's Eve party. There was a great party. We all had a great time. At the end of the party, I went into the bedroom to pick up my coat. All the clothes of the guests were hanging there, and I noticed that my ex-wife's mother was lying on the bed. I decided to joke and said something like, "Well, cool, I came here to go to bed and you're already in it." I will never forget what happened next. She opened the blanket and said, "You can lie next to me if you want." I think it's not worth saying that I did. I don't regret it. Later that night, I went down to the kitchen for water. Her daughter, my ex-wife, was in the kitchen, and it turned out she heard how my mother and I were somersaulting. She looked at me and said that she couldn't even look in my direction anymore. I said, "Then don't look in my direction anymore." I said, "Then don't look," and went back to the bedroom. Of course, it's a shitty act of me, but I was young and stupid. Then we hung out with her mom for a bit more. Awesome topic, 10 out of 10. Would love to do it again.
Wait, at the time of those events, you were already divorced?
Yes. She was already my ex for 4 years before all this happened.